There comes a time on your journey here on earth where you have a sudden awakening. You realise that everything is a reflection from within, and that you keep manifesting from your subconscious mind, your shadows, your traumas, and it's almost like you realise that the world you live in is like a prison perfectly designed for you. And this gets you asking questions, and when you ask a question, you go on a quest and you become a truth seeker, and eventually you do start to stand in your truth. You gain confidence, and when you stand in your truth, you will inevitably come face to face with the demiurge. And so for those of you that know what I'm talking about, this video is for you. And if you are a warrior amongst men, then make sure to like, subscribe and click all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. That being said, let's get into it. The chosen ones are in the process of liberating themselves from the matrix, and I'm going to be sharing with you how we do this in today's video. And I just want to remind you also about the dark night of the soul, because it's very much linked to what I'm sharing today. The dark night of the soul, I've got a video on how it's actually an initiation. It's an initiation, it's a test, and if you pass the test, then you actually gain guidance from the source. You open up a channel for continuous guidance if you are willing to go on the path. The dark night of the soul ends, but remember, endings are also new beginnings, when you take a leap of faith. That's the start of all spiritual paths. Of all spirituality, you have to take a leap of faith. So let me just remind you what a dark night of the soul is. A dark night of the soul, as I've explained, is a reflection from within, highlighting to you the holes in your aura and how you are being controlled through your traumas, through your weaknesses. And we are either controlled externally or we are controlled internally. And it's a bit of a slap round the face when you realise if you are controlled externally, how you are controlled externally. And through this process of initiation, the dark night of the soul, it's not just one night, it's multiple nights, it's multiple years, it's the entire journey until you come face to face with a demi and you go through that bitch. So before you come face to face with the demiurge, what happens? Well, the demiurge doesn't just show up in your room and say, hey there, and it's not just some evil character that you come into contact with. It works sneakily, right? Like they say, Satan or the devil will come to you disguised as an angel of light. But remember, sometimes our blessings come to us disguised as our worst nightmares. So first of all, what happens is we acknowledge that our world has become a reflection from our traumas. You then become enslaved by your external realm. People around you get hijacked to control you or to pull you down into your lower self, essentially. And it's not just people around you, it's your entire environment, because you start attracting things all over the place that try to pull you down into your lower nature. They want to get you drinking alcohol again, they want to get you smoking cigarettes again, they want to get you watching porn again, they want to get you to want to just go out and make loads of money, they want to get you to be distracted. It's a huge distraction, and it will just keep you going round and round in circles because you cannot be fulfilled in the lusts of the flesh. So when we talk about the demiurge, what we're talking about is the energy that is pulling you down into your lower self, into the mind of the flesh, And yes, this energy can work through other people manipulating you or trying to bring you down, but it can also work through you, because you don't have the discipline to acknowledge what path you're taking in life. Am I going to control myself, or am I going to be controlled by the demi, or by my external environment, or by the matrix, all the same thing? Are you being controlled by the matrix or yourself? Because you either are judged by the matrix, that's called karma, or you are judged by yourself, that's called conscience. When you listen to your conscience and you judge yourself, you don't need to be judged by anyone else, because you're doing the right thing. This is why my channel is called Warriors Amongst Men, because true spirituality is the path of the warrior. On this path, you're going to have to be fearless. You're going to have to be willing to lose everything and anything. You're going to have to be willing to cut all ties to the matrix if necessary. You don't have to cut all your ties, and you don't have to lose everything, but you have to do what's right. And sometimes that means letting go of your comfort zone. So you're going to have to bust out of your comfort zone, because in order for you to be in alignment with the highest power of creation, and for the forces of ultimate power to work through you and eliminate the grip that the demiurge has over this planet, you have to pass the test. Right, and the only way you can pass the test is by facing your fears. The only way you can pass the test is by being the author in your own book. You only do that by being the authority and taking charge. That way you are charged up with the forces of ultimate power. You are charged up with full energy, full awareness, clarity of what's going on. You start to decode what's happening in your reality, and yeah, sometimes you have to be a warrior when it comes to doing the right thing once you've decoded the situation. You have to be fearless, because you have to be willing to follow the guidance that's within you when everyone else around you is telling you that that's a stupid idea. But remember, if you are not on this path, if you are not one of us, like it says in the Matrix, then you are one of them, and that makes you our enemy. And people in the spiritual movement, they're all interested in trying to wake everyone else up. Oh, if we just wake everyone else up, then the world will be saved. Again, we're externalizing our power, and what we need to do is face our own shadow, and we have to defeat the demiurge that is within us, the one that is controlling us. Who is controlling us? Is it the will of the source or the mind of the flesh? You cannot be fulfilled in the lusts of the flesh. Remember, how you respond to people is teaching them how to treat you. And you can also relate this to the bigger picture and the masses. If you're getting treated like a slave and you don't stand up for yourself, then they're going to continue to treat you like that. But there's going to be a huge revolution coming now, and we're in the midst of a great awakening where people are getting pushed to the limit. And when you're pushed to a limit, especially when you push a human being to the limit, you should expect extraordinary potential to come after that. It's not until you pull a bow and arrow back that then it has greater force. It's not until you back a lion into a corner and it has nowhere to go that it runs straight through you. And that moment is coming because people are starting to awaken what they truly care about, because things are getting tighter. They're having to make cutbacks in their life and stuff like this, and what they care about is coming to the surface. And then the great test comes, and the test is of morality, of course. Spirituality without morality is Satanism. Satanism is only caring about you and yours. Spirituality is taking responsibility for everything. And once you do that, then you are charged with the true spiritual riches, which is protection from the source, guidance from the source, and trust in yourself, most importantly. So right now, if you are still experiencing the dark night of the soul, realize that it's a test, and the only way is to face your fears and to bust out of it, right? You've got to call out bullshit when you see it in your reality. You've got to stand up for yourself. You've got to make a stand, and when you do that, this energy rises within you, and you'll feel like you can take on the whole world. And guess what? You can. So with that being said, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you need help with this, I do subliminal reprogramming, right? And you can get personalized subliminal reprogramming from me, or you can download my Warrior Subliminals, and this is designed to give you automatic confidence, right? It's a subconscious thing. You'll just be confident enough to break through your comfort zone, right? It's not something you have to build up inside anymore. It's just there and you get it done, right? So if you want to download that, or if you want to work with me one-to-one, all of my services are in the description box below this video. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're going through in the comments section below. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Until next time, peace and love, my friends.